Super quick tutorial on creating a really good looking professional Facebook post. It's very super simple. It's just using an image, fonts and colours and an overlay or an underlay in this case. So we're going to do something simple like this. It's very simple and easy to do, and it will take literally 2 minutes. You can do this on your phone, on the mobile version as well. So basically you need to find a background image that suits your business, it suits your branding. So you go to photos in your Canva account and you can use any of the photos. If you've got free, that's fantastic. If you've got pro, you can use them. If you've got free, you can pay for the pro images if you find one that works well. I'm going to use this one, and I'm just going to drag it out so that it suits and fits my Facebook frame. There we go. Drag it out so it fits the frame. There we go. And you can move the image around to wherever you want it to go. I'm going to place it there. Actually, I'm going to place it there. So we've got the laptop, the leaf and the clipboard in our focal points, which are the 4 points in the corners of the squares. And then next you need to add some text. So you have your header text, sub and body text. We're going to add header text. This is just going to be a post to promote my little business. I'm going to just put them in line and make them nice and big and bold. Then we want to add some subheader text. Web and Canva design, which is what I do. I'm going to make that a little bit bigger so it can be seen. It's my subheader, so it needs to be a little bit bolder and bigger. And then body text. So let's just say I've added my Facebook in there. I've lined them all up. Let's make that slightly bigger, but not as big as my subheader text. See, red line through dotted line means they're all lined up. Now that looks good, but we are struggling to see this text, and a simple way to make your text stand out is either to change the transparency on the image, but you will lose the features of the image, or you can go to the elements section and we can add just a simple free plain square. If we add it over our text, drag it down, make it nice and central with our text, and then you can either change the colour or we can change the transparency. Let's bring it all down a bit. I think what I'm going to do in this case is change the colour to a light colour. There we go. And then position it backwards so that my text is on top. Now you can see straight away that the text is a lot more clear and focal. So just by adding that underlay behind your text really helps your fonts and your text stand out. You can change the fonts, the colours of the fonts to match your branding. So in this case, with this image I've used, it would be the greens and pinks. This one here, I've taken the browns from the glasses, so the browns and the peaches would be the branding colours. So a very super simple, quick way to create a nice, attractive post to promote your business is using an image, your fonts, your colours, and just an underlay, which is just a square that you change the transparency on. Create the colour of the square to be your branding colour, and then you just change the transparency on it. So that's it really, guys. Just a very super simple, quick tutorial on how to create an effective Facebook design.
Alright, so in this video I'm just going to show you a super quick tutorial how to do something fun and interesting with your images in Canva. We're going to create this effect with the cut pieces and the shadows in between. It's a lovely thing to do and it's really fun and it gets you using the different elements in Canva. So I've created just a basic Instagram template that I'm going to use, and we need two main things. We need an image and we need a shadow. So first of all, I've got this image I'm going to use. I've added it into my design. You can upload your own image as well. And on the second page, we need a rectangle. So I'm going to hit the key R and a rectangle with a pair. Make it slightly thinner. We don't want it too thick. And change the colour. So I'm going to make it black. We now need to download this. This is where you will need the Pro account because we have the transparent background option in Pro. We just want the second page and we want to download it as a PNG, which is an image file. Okay, so that's now downloading. Once it's downloaded, you need to upload it into your Canva account. So you go to your uploads and you drag your image into the upload section, and there you have it. We'll delete that because we don't need the second page now. So here we now need to change the size of this image. So this is our image and we are going to just reduce the size to the column that we want. So there we go. Go back to your photos, put it on top, position it to the back so you've got this column on top. Highlight the image. You can drag it all the way and you can see there's a dotted pink line, so you know that is where the first column lies. So now we have two. Add a third one, it will add it directly on top. You do need to position it to the back, so go back as far as you can. So you've got 1, 2, and then this is the third one. There's 3. Add the image on again, position it to the back, all the way to the back, and you can pull this across. You'll get your pink line, so that's where the last image ends. Just drag it out slightly, and then this one position to back but leave it whole. So as you go, you can now see the different layers of each image. What I would then do, take your second image, reduce the height of it ever so slightly. Take your third image. You can see where it's now hit the second image. Reduce it slightly. The fourth image. And your fifth image. Now this is where you'll see it start to emerge. You can see the step changes you've just created. If they're too big, if the step changes are too small or they're too big or the images are too wide, you can adjust them individually at this point now. Now we need to add in our shadow. So we have uploaded this black image, and this is where we are going to create the shadow. So I'm just going to increase the size, so we'll send it to the back and you can start to see that there will be a shadow emerging here. Then we go over to adjust, and this is where you can adjust the blur of the image. As you can see, it's now really coming together. We duplicate that and move it over to the second. You may want to increase the size slightly. Position until you get it into the right position. Then you need to copy the shadow again, highlight it, highlight your shadow, duplicate it, and then just move it through your design so that it slightly covers the next one, and then position to back until it goes where you want it to go. And I'm going to duplicate it one more time for the last one. So duplicate, decrease the size slightly so that it fits, and then send the position to back. And there you have it. There you have an image that you've cut apart, you've created a shadow, and you've put it in between. We could even add one last shadow at the very end, just to give it that feeling of being completely off the page. So we're going through our fantastic curved text mini tutorial here. I just want to show you this amazing new feature that I have discovered in Canva. So I've opened my Canva account. I've got a basic Facebook post template. So this is just your average Facebook Untitled Design Facebook post, nothing fancy. We are going to curve some text in a very, very simple, easy way that anybody can do. It's fantastic. So first of all, I'm going to add a little design. I'm going to add, oh, he's cute. Right, I'm going to add a penguin. Because I want something to put my text around. If I'm creating a design in Canva, it's for a reason. It's for social media, my logo, poster, presentation, some form of promoting my business. So say I'm going to create a fun Christmas type post. So I've got this little penguin, the little candy cane, he's very cute. Basically, all we need to do, go over to text. You have your heading text, subheading, and your body text. So these will be your branded fonts if you set them up in your brand kit. I'm going to add a subheading text. And I'm just going to say, let's just make it a nice Christmassy post. Happy Christmas. Nice and simple. We know how to do this, and we can change the sizing. Let's make it nice and big. We can change the fonts. That's quite a nice font. And now we want to curve our text. So I'll bring it up a little bit. It's in this section here, effects. And as you can see, we have all these different text effects. And this one here is the new one, the curved text. So click on your text, click a font, click effects, and then click curve text. Done. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? And then you've got this little slide bar here. When you click on it, it gives you a circle so you can see the rate of the text, of the curved letters. You can go out, 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 and you can even go up. Look at that. I think that's amazing. I'm going to put it there. Just central that and bring him over a little bit. And then I'm going to change the colour to a nice red. So what you could do is you could duplicate this using the duplicate box at the top, bring it down the bottom, just click in it and you can change the text. We're going to say, and a happy new year. Now it's taken my fonts out, but that's not a problem because we can put them back in. Click your fonts, choose your fonts, make it nice and big. Bring it back here over to the center because I want to go back to my effects, my curved text, and I want to curve it the other way. So I have a nice curved text at the bottom. And I'm going to change the colour of that as well. And there we go. You now have a way of creating curved text. If you wanted that size 36, that is size 64. If I make them the same size, you could even have them next to each other. so to change your design. And you can have a wave effect using both sides of the curve. So there we go. Two very lovely ways, or one very simple way of creating curved text, but two different ways. Either have it as a circle or you can have it as a wave. I would love to see what designs you guys come up with, so please pop them in the Facebook group.
Hey, right, hello. Today in this video, I'm going to be going through how to remove backgrounds in images. It's a fantastic tool. You don't have to use Photoshop. It's so simple and easy to do it in Canva, in your Canva account. There's a couple of different ways, so depending on whether you've got the free version of Canva or the pro version, you can do it in two different ways. But if you have the pro version of Canva, which I highly recommend because it has so many amazing features, you have a background remover feature. So what I've done is I've just opened up a basic template. This is just a Facebook template. I've added a photo. Canva has hundreds and thousands of different photos within their depository here. And I've just found a couple of photos to show you the background remover. The best way it works, the really good way for background remover to work well, is if the focal point, which is the part you want to keep, is different to the background, very different. If the colours match, it can sometimes get confused and take out parts of your images. So I've just got three different types of photos here. We've got a very blue background, which is completely different to this lady, the skin tone of her. So basically, all you do, add your photo into your design, click on the photo, and up here you've got these options. Go to Effects, and you have already installed a background remover effect. I'm just going to click this, and it will take a few seconds as it does its magic in the background, and it will hopefully completely remove the blue background for us. Like I said, this is only available with the Pro account at the moment. So it's a good idea to have a Pro account if you regularly do this with your graphics. And there we go, the background has been completely removed. You can now move your photo, set it so it's right on the edge, and you can add different colour backgrounds. You can add in patterns, you can add in shapes, you can add in whatever you want. I'm just going to show you with a colour background. So this is just a blank square. It's grey at the moment, but you can change the colours here to anything you would desire. Let's go for one of my brand colours, and then you just use the position button to move it backwards, and there you go, it's moved it behind your lady. You can then add in your text and create your design here. It's that simple. This one's got a bit of a pattern background to it, so I just thought I'd show you how it works on this one. Again, click the photo, Effects, Background Remover tool. It's as simple as that. It removes the background for you. It's perfect, absolutely perfect for product-based businesses. So you can take the background out, you can swap it, you can add an image in the background if you've got one with a table on. You can make this slightly smaller, you can add a border around it, you can do absolutely anything. It's a really good tool. And lastly, I have this super cute photo of a dog. It's a very dark background and he is absolutely gorgeous. I just loved him. So I thought I would just remove the background of this little fella as well. So if we go Effects, Background Remover, as you can see, it can be done with any type of product or item. With this one, there is just one feature, so it's removing all of the black, all of the dark colour in the background. Perfect. With this one, we've got several different items. It's still picked them out as the top layer and has taken that background out for you. So that's how you do it if you've got the Pro version of Canva. If you have not got the Pro version, you're working on free, you can do this, but you have to use an external website called this one here, remove.bg. Remove.bg. It's a fantastic website, it really is, and it does work very well. It's 100% free,
go to remove.bg, you can upload your photo. I've actually got a photo of the dog here. If I open it, it will then do its thing and it's removed the background for me. I can now download him with no background and upload him into my Canva account to use as I wish for any of my graphics. So there are two ways of doing this. The first way is using the background remover tool in Canva itself if you've got the pro version, and if you've got the free version, use remove.bg. These are absolutely fantastic things to do, especially if you're using yourself, say a photo of yourself and you want to add it into a banner. So it can be used for absolutely anything. So I really hope that helps, guys. If you need any help, any tips, anything at all, please contact me. I'm always available. And I really hope that's helped you understand and learn how to use background remover and improve your designs.
Hi, so in this video we're going to be looking at how to turn letters into images, how to add images into letter frames. It's a fantastic little feature to do on Canva and it can look really, really effective. So first of all, we need a template. So I'm going to go over to create a design and I'm going to go with, let's say we're doing an Instagram post. So our template has loaded. In the left hand side we have all of the templates that we can add into our Instagram frame size. Now you can either pick one of these templates or you can create your own design. It's entirely up to you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to look at this one here. This looks like a fun template. But I don't want this, I want to change this. So I'm going to delete that. I'm going to leave these images in because we're going to go for a floral theme. So what I need to do is go over to my elements section and scroll down to the frame part. And then right at the bottom of frames, you'll need to scroll all the way down. You will find here are some numbers and some letters. Now these are great fun. There are a huge amount of other different designs in here for you to use, all for you to put images into different shapes. There's loads of them, but we're going to focus on the letters. Now, the way to do this is to add all of your letters in one go. So I'm going to spell spring. So S-P-R-I-N-G. I've clicked on each one of these and it's just instantly added it to the middle of my design. So now I want to make sure these are all the same size but smaller. Now there is a background to this, which I am just going to hit the padlock and lock because I want to drag my mouse across the letters and I don't want to pick up this background. So I've locked it in place. Dragged my mouse across the letters and then I'm just going to use the little white dots to reduce the size. That looks a good size. And then I'm going to put them in place. So we may need to make them slightly smaller still so that they can fit. Just highlight them all. Make them slightly smaller. I'm using my pink lines, as you can see that, so that I am making them all central. And my pink dotty lines at the top and bottom help me with spacing them out correctly so that they are all together properly and not looking all over the place. There we go. So now we've got our letters, we want to add some images. So we basically just go to photos, to the search bar, and we type for whatever you are looking for. You can obviously add in your own images, but you can also use the hundreds of thousands of images available through Canva. I'm going to click on this one and I drag and drop into whichever letter I want it to go into. Put it in the R, I put this one in the S. That's a nice one. I'll put that in the P. That's pretty. The N. I'm going to put this one in the G. And I want a nice bold one for the I. There's so many to choose from. I'm going to go for that one. I do have the Pro account, so I'm able to use the Pro images, but there are also a lot of free images as well. And there you have it. That is it. That is how you create fun words using images within your designs. This video, I'm going to be going through with you some of the fun things you can do with images in Canva. Now, I've just opened up a Facebook post here, just a standard Facebook size, so we're going to add an image into it. And on the left-hand side, you have a photo section. Whatever you type in this bar, you guarantee there will be photos for it. Free and pro, so you will have a choice. There are hundreds of thousands of different photos here that you can use. So I'm just going to go through some of the fun and quirky things that you can do. This looks a lovely photo. So we can adjust this photo. So say you've taken a photo yourself and you want to slightly adjust it. We have this effects bar up here, filters, adjust, crop, flip, position. You can change transparency, you can add links if you are creating PDFs. The filter section, they already have some predefined filters here. But the fun thing with these is when you click on one, you can change the intensity of it as well. You can see the image is changing as I move the bar. Solar, you can change the intensity. So you can go through and pick any photo that you love, you want to change, and adjust the intensity if you find a filter that works well. Some really great ones. I love the black and white. The intensity on that is amazing. So that's a really fun filter to use. You can also adjust your images. So you can change the brightness, control here. You can change the contrast here. I'm just going to go back to no filter while we look at the adjustments. You can change the saturation, which takes a colour out or adds a colour in. You've got the tint here. You've even got a blur option. You can make it slightly blurry if you want, which is fantastic for using as backgrounds if you wanted to. You've got this one as well, which just gives it that additional feature there. And then you've got the vignette as well, which will give it the ring around the outside of the image. So there's loads of different adjustments and filters here. You can also crop the image if you want to. Bring it in. If you wanted to just adjust it so that you had the people only. And you can also flip horizontally and vertically. You also have this effect here. Now there's lots of different apps you can connect to your Canva account, but the one I use and have in here is the background remover. I'm not quite sure what it's going to do to this because the background is very similar in colour to the actual figures in it, but let's have a go and see what it does. Right, so I've selected the background remover. It can take a few minutes to actually work, but once it does, you have these two options here, erase and restore. Erase obviously will take out pieces that it hasn't been able to remove, and restore will help you just add back in certain features, like so. And there you have it. That is how you use the effects filter, adjust, crop and flip for images in Canva. You also have the position, but this is fantastic for layering when you're adding other things on top. And then you have the transparency, so you can change the transparency. But again, these are for when you are creating a full design. So if you're just adding an image, these ones up here are perfect. The effects filter, adjust, crop and flip. So I hope that's been helpful and just given you a little bit of an insight into how images work within Canva. This video is on a very super quick but very good feature of Canva, the change all colour button. It's a brilliant feature to have on Canva and it saves so much time when you're creating bigger documents. Right, so I'm going to show you a quick way to use this. So first of all, we do need to have a document open. We need a design that we're working on. And I'm going to use, I'm going to add it in some templates just to show you how this works. Now, let's see if I can find one that's got multiple pages, because some templates do. It doesn't look as though I'm going to be able to. Okay, so I'm going to use this one instead. I'm going to duplicate it lots of times so we can pretend that we are working on a multi-page document. We've got halfway through and suddenly gone, oh no, the colour's wrong. This particular colour needs to be something else. We can change the colour on all pages in one hit without having to go through every single thing. Click on the colour, then come over to your colour palette here and then change the colour to whichever one you want to change it to. Let's say we want to change it to this one. Now we want every single page to change as well. Down the bottom, change all. It's a simple but brilliant little feature in Canva. All you need to do is check that box and it will change all yellow to all turquoisey green. If we scroll down, each one has now changed. Now I know we've still got this one, but this is actually an image, so it won't change the image because that's a PNG file. What you could do is you could remove the background from it so that it also blends in with your background colour. But this video was really just to show you how to very quickly and very easily change a colour on all pages. It's a fantastic little tool and it can do the same with text as well. It's anything that's a colour. So I've changed this to this darker teal. Again, my little button is popped up at the bottom. Click change all and the title has changed on each page. So there we go. Just a little video to show you how to change the colour on multi-page designs very, very easily and quickly without you having to go through each individual page.
Here's a really super quick tutorial on how to combine two different designs in Canva. So basically you open up the design you want to add to. So I've just opened up this Facebook page. Click on add new page so you get a blank page come up. Go over to your folders section and then click on all your designs and then everything that you have created will appear here. And then all you need to do is find the design that you want to add to the one you've got open and click. And Canva will put that design in the next page for you. You can do it with ones that have multiple pages, like this one's got 2 pages. So if I click on that, it will open up all of the pages, they'll all be down here. And then if I just click add new page on my design, when I click on this, it will automatically put that page into my design. So I've now got 3 different pages in my design. These are editable as well. So that's just a super quick tutorial on how you can combine 2 different documents or multiple documents into one in Canva. You can then save this, download it as your multiple options, PNG, JPEG or PDF. I really hope that's helpful and I'll see you later.